Hello, everyone, and welcome to Counsel's Corner, sponsored by Ziff Law. We are joined by Mike Brown, an attorney with Ziff Law Firm. And Mike, we are talking about today, it is deer season, and we are not talking about hunting season. We are talking about deer in front of your car season. It is fall and deer are on the move. And if you've grown up in the Twin Tiers, you are very likely at one point to have hit one with your car. And it is extremely important to know if you have the right insurance coverage for that and what's covered. And so you're here to join us today to talk about what we as drivers ought to know.
Yeah, so obviously, being in upstate New York, there's a couple considerations. The first, as you alluded to, is awareness. It's fall. There's going to be a huge uptick in deer collision in the coming weeks. You know, it's their mating season. There's hunters out there. They're just moving much more and much further, really. So you want to keep an extra eye out because you may encounter more deer on or near the roadway. But when it comes to auto insurance, the really second consideration, it's really important to make sure you have the right type of insurance. You know, if you ask somebody on the streets, everyone always assumes, a collision coverage protects you when you hit a deer. Well, actually, that's not correct. It's actually comprehensive coverage that protects you. And comprehensive coverage protects you against acts of God or nature. Deer collisions are not covered by collision. Collision only covers you if you strike another vehicle or fixed object. And again, these two plans, they're optional, meaning you may not have them. So it's incumbent upon you as a driver to make sure you review your policy or talk with your agent to make sure you have these coverages, because if you hit a deer and you don't have comprehensive, you may be paying out of pocket for very significant repairs, and you don't want to do that if you can have comprehensive. Third consideration is to make sure you have adequate liability coverage, because if some passenger in your vehicle is injured, it's possible they could have a claim depending on the circumstances. Now, if you're a driver that's injured, your medical bills will be covered by what's called no faults, up to $50,000, medical bills and lost wages, actually. So keep that in mind. And I guess a final consideration is to talk to your agent or check your policy to see if you have rental coverage, because if your vehicle is totaled or needs repairs and it'll take a couple weeks or even a month, you want to make sure you have the option to get a rental vehicle so you're not left without one, which could make it difficult to get to work and take care of family, whatnot, whatever it may be. So if you do hit a deer, just general things, try not to swerve, pull over to a safe spot, call the police. A report can be helpful when making insurance claim. Take some photographs, stay away from the animal because you never know how they're going to react, if they're not dead or whatnot. And then, contact your insurance agency and, file your claim, and hopefully things will go smoothly for you and hopefully you're safe and uninjured. So those are the things to keep in mind this fall when traveling on the roadways.
All right. And that is all very good advice. And to be completely honest, I have no idea what my insurance policy covers. So I will certainly need to check on that. So Mike, thank you so much for joining us this week for Counsel's Corner and for this information.
No problem. Thank you.